Hello, we are Drunk Anime. I'm Jack, and this is Jim. Our channel is new to YouTube and Twitch, and we will be discussing One Piece and primarily One Piece, but a lot of anime as a whole. Our basis is we like to drink and watch anime. All right, take it over.
So, welcome to that. What we are drinking tonight is some various cocktails of Irish whiskey and some good old Russian vodka.
Hell yeah. What are we talking about tonight?
So, tonight's discussion is going to be regarding the current status of the Yonko throughout the One Piece series, what they might be doing, where they are right now, and what actions might impact the Straw Hats in the coming future.
All right, so first up we have Red Hair himself, the man, the myth, the legend, Shanks. Shanks is an elusive dude, arguably the strongest individual in the One Piece saga. Um, and Dragon, Kaido, that whole arena. So, the biggest thing that we have seen of him lately is him at the Reverie, talking to the Gorosei in between about Blackbeard or maybe even Luffy. It was very undescriptive what he was talking about, why he was really there, and how the hell he got there.
And as far as we know, the One Piece series is very good about many events happening all at the same time. So it's very likely that currently during the Wano Kuni arc, Shanks is likely still with the government right now discussing their thing at the Reverie.
Unless he got caught up in that war thing and then he dipped. We still don't really know what the revolutionaries did and all that stuff.
Can't wait for that.
Future wise, I think him and obviously Luffy have to have some sort of meeting, confrontation type, incident, maybe. Not really like a full on battle, but I think, I don't know how he feels, but I think Blackbeard is going to end Shanks.
I hate to see Shanks go that way, but it's pretty high chance just because plot armor. Something needs to drive Luffy further to end Blackbeard in the future. But we'll get back to Blackbeard in a little bit.
All right. Do you want to lead in on to our second Yonko of the night?
Yeah. So, Akagami Shanks is at Reverie, and the other primary Yonko right now that we need to focus on during Wano is, of course, Kaido, King of the Beasts.
The Beast Man, the dragon himself.
So,
got a dragon and a dragon. Look at that.
A big question about Kaido is why he is in Wano. Why did he choose Wano as his base of operations? And what he plans to do with that country if and when he's able to drive out Straw Hat. Or I kind of lost my train on that.
That means you need to take another drink.
Yeah.
All right. Food for thought. 942 is released, so we got a break this week, unfortunately. Where the fuck was I? Oh, yeah. Anyways, so the smiles. All right. Obviously, that's Kaido's big thing is the smile factories and the sad from Caesar and all that stuff.
Creating his army of beasts, making them even greater.
So, I think one of the big reasons why Kaido went to Wano is you can see Wano Kuni and the individuals that lived there. They were the city, the country of gold. They created the poneglyphs. They have been able to create sea stone into everything, like the little pins that were used against law. So I think that was a basis for that, like a big reason why.
It's very possible. Wano has a lot of resources that are just not accessible anywhere else in the rest of the world.
Yeah.
The sea stone and the material for the poneglyphs originated from Wano. And both of those could be incredibly useful to Yonko if they were able to use their resources and create new equipment.
I don't know if Kaido gives a fuck about creating new equipment. Definitely cares about creating like smiles and smile users and stuff. They're pretty fodder though. They're like feeble, but it creates his Beast Alliance pirate thing, that he's got going on, whatever. Um, Orochi doesn't matter. Kaido runs Wano,
Yeah. Orochi will likely die in the crossfire in the coming war. Either from Kaido's hand himself, or maybe someone else.
Hopefully not Kaido. Hopefully it's like Momo or something. Nah, Momonosuke's not gonna kill. Maybe what's her face, his sister. The geisha. Back on topic though. In the recent arc, we found out about Abisu Town and their issue with not being able to not feel emotion or show that emotion. And I think that directly relates to the chemicals from the sad factories and the smile factories and everything getting into the water population. Maybe them working in the factories and all that shit. The Totanas back in Dressrosa that were working in the factories didn't really have any issues with that because probably they're already a happy little go-lucky people,
Well, also in Dressrosa, there were mostly the toys doing the labor for the smile production.
Turned into inanimate objects and stuff, yeah. So, who knows? Who really knows? I'm really interested to see where Oda takes this.
Hopefully we get a little more information about that in the next chapter release.
I think we're going back to the prison for it.
Hopefully. But on that note...
On that note, we're going to move into the one, the only, the big meme, Big Mom herself.
Charlotte Lin.
There's not much to say. There's a lot to say about her, actually. Kaido and her, obviously because we're in the Wano Kuni arc and she's there and Kaido's running the country, basically, so they're going to have the most time in our discussion. But Big Mom, like, what? The amnesia, the plot hole.
At this point, yeah. Like, it opens a lot of doors. Like, if she even regains the memories, it's totally possible she doesn't. And she just is an allied Yonko.
Yeah.
But the other huge issue that Chopper is realizing in the current chapters since the last time Big Mom was featured is her hunger pains. So we already know she has been craving the udon, and we know she's
gone.
And we know she's on her way to the prison where Queen was featured eating a bunch of udon. So there's a pretty high chance that Big Mom is gonna come in and just like one shot Queen, I think, and just take all the udon for herself.
Udon's gone. Luffy
Is it?
ate it all.
Oh.
Yeah, last chapter.
Even more
or
interesting.
2 chapters ago, I think 941, it shows him all fattened up with the roaring tiger.
I do remember that, but
yeah.
I thought it was just his snack.
He ate all the udon. You remember when they told him his favorite girl, what's her face, was dead?
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, oh, we can't tell him, that the udon's gone.
Oh. Alright, so
he'll freak out even more.
That promotes even more that Big Mom is gonna experience some kind of hunger pain soon.
Freak the fuck out.
Yeah. Then she's just gonna rampage through the prison, take out allies and enemies the same, and no telling what's gonna happen as a result of that.
Yeah. To sidetrack off of Lin herself, I'd like to think about the crew. This is going to play into our next Yonko also here in a minute, but Cracker and Charlotte Katakuri, the man, the myth, the legend, is not there. All right. Obviously, they're probably at Whole Cake. What the fuck is the crew doing right now?
That's true. A lot of them are missing.
Well, no, they're not just that. Like, they're just sitting there bullshitting about who's going to be the next captain
if she dies.
Big Mom dies, like, what are you doing? Why aren't you trying to get back up? King one-shotted your fucking whole ship. Like, do something. Your captain's missing.
That's a fair point.
But, I don't know. Big Mom's a beast, regardless of the way you look at it. You can hate her, love her. It doesn't matter. She's an animal.
Yeah. And she deserves to be a Yonko.
Fucking, yeah. You want to introduce our next Yonko for the night?
Yeah, so we have discussed 3 of the 4 Yonko at the moment. And
3 of the 5. Fuck you.
we'll
There's 5.
get to that in a minute. But we have to talk about Blackbeard. Mr. Marshall D. Teach himself, who is always very ominous, always in the background, always plotting. So, what is he plotting right now? We have many very powerful characters all accumulating into Wano. And it's theorized and pretty likely that we're going to see a lot more people coming soon. There's rumors of the Straw Hat Fleet,
Admirals,
yeah.
Navy, all that jazz.
So with all these people coming, it's going to be just like Marineford, only bigger according to Oda. And Blackbeard just cannot miss that opportunity.
Yeah.
Or
So,
there's one other opportunity that he could take, though.
and I alluded to it earlier with Cracker and Mr. Katakuri not being in Wano. I believe that Blackbeard is wreaking havoc on Whole Cake Island, just destroying everything, taking what he wants, plundering, because that's what pirates do. Blackbeard is the personification of a pirate.
He is.
The dude's a beast. I love it. I would 100% guarantee that he is either currently on Whole Cake Island or he's nearing Whole Cake Island, and yeah, it's gonna get thrown down with Katakuri. Hopefully, my man doesn't fucking get killed. That'll be disappointing.
But he has huge incentive to go there. One,
Poneglyphs.
his biggest threat from that area is gone, along with half her crew. 2, he plans on being king of the pirates. If you're gonna be a king, you need some road poneglyphs.
You gotta find out
Big
where
Mom
that
has that one. And he does not have access to any of them that we know of yet. So it would be an amazing opportunity for him.
He took a lot of Whitebeard's territory, so I'd imagine he has some, or at least one that we know of. He probably went to Alabasta and fucked shit up there at one point too, or just snuck in. Was that a road poneglyph? Or was that a info one or whatever?
Alabasta was the intro to the first poneglyph.
Was it a road poneglyph?
It was not. The first road poneglyph was on Zoe. The big old elephant.
He probably could figure that out too. Like Jim over here alluded to earlier, Blackbeard is very methodical. Even though he comes off as an idiot, he is ingenious when it comes to thinking about everything.
Correct.
Like doing anything, it's all planned out according to his plan. Everything that he's done this far has just been to the T.
Yeah. Everything he did with Ace becoming a Shichibukai,
breaking into Impel Down,
yeah,
blah, 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 blah.
Everything has been pinpointed to his plan.
I would guarantee you he's fucking up Whole Cake Island, to put it in layman's terms. After that, I think he might kill Big Mom or Kaido. I think it would be more likely to see Kid kill Kaido after Luffy defeats him. I think Luffy will obviously be the main factor of defeating him. I'll get to that later. But Blackbeard's showing up one way or another.
Yeah.
And he's going to reap the benefits one way or another because that's what he does. He's a leech, and I think he will kill one of the other Yonko in this arc, or near the end of it. Or they'll do another fucking off-screen battle
just a reference
bullshit.
to
And
something.
be like, oh yeah, fucking Blackbeard. Oh, look at this newspaper. Blackbeard killed Big Mom. Okay, that's a Yonko on Yonko clash, but yeah, let's not fucking show it. Thanks.
I think the biggest incentive for Blackbeard to go to Wano versus Whole Cake Island would be, so his goal right now is accumulating devil fruits. He already has the most powerful paramecia that he took from Whitebeard. We still don't know how that happened. And he also has the most powerful Logia. And in Wano, we're going to see 2 of the most powerful Zoan fruits. We have Marco's Phoenix fruit, and we have Kaido's Dragon fruit. So
The Phoenix ain't there yet, but
he will.
he will be. Yeah.
Marco will show up eventually.
Inuashi or whatever the fuck his name is back. Dog.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
so
back,
it's very likely Marco will be showing up soon. And that is two incredible Zoans that Whitebeard would want to possess.
Blackbeard.
Blackbeard. The black one.
Yeah. So let's finish up with the Yonko here, and then we'll revert and just talk bullshit. For a minute. So sorry, scrolling. All right, my boy Monkey D. Luffy. A lot of the fan base absolutely hates the fact that he is considered an emperor. I want to make it very clear. I don't see how you would be against it. He's the main protagonist, obviously, in the Jump Force like series type thing, or not Jump Force, Shonen. What has he not done to be an emperor? He's beat the shit out of warlords. He's broken into 3 big places of the world government, or just wreaked havoc. You know, he declared war on their world government. He invaded an emperor's territory, beat 2 of their commanders, including the right-hand man, and fought a whole army. Oh, he got captured and stuff. He fought a commander, and then a whole army was starving.
That's true.
Get out of my face with that. All right. He has the territory. He has thousands of people under him. He makes comrades with princesses and princes and kings and stuff. Why would he not be an emperor? Yeah.
So, I agree and disagree with my brother Jack here. So, there are certain things a Yonko needs in order to be considered an Emperor of the Seas. And Luffy does have many of these qualities. He has an entire fleet behind him, whether he wants it or not. They are there to support him, and they will die for him.
The territory.
He also
He's
has
claimed territory.
He does. He also has the notoriety to be considered a Yonko, especially with his most current bounty increase of 1.5 billion. That's a pretty incredible feat. I believe the one thing he has left to truly be considered a Yonko is he has to be a peer of the other Yonkos. So between the 4, maybe not Blackbeard so much because most of the world hates him, but all the others have a certain amount of respect for each other. Shanks and Kaido, they may not totally get along, but Shanks was able to stop Kaido from fucking up Marineford. And but most of what we have seen Luffy do with the Yonko, we saw him try to attack Big Mom, got deflected, got shut down. We also saw him get, according to King of Lightning, baby shaped by Kaido, which he got fucked. And hopefully that will change by the end of this arc. Him, his crew, whoever else is in Wano will defeat Kaido. And at that point, I believe he would be a peer and legitimately become an Emperor of the Seas.
I'm going to go on a tangent. Tangent real fast. Luffy's power level. Current Luffy in prison, in the prisoner mines of Wano Kuni. The second, right now, currently, with his observation haki where it is, his Conqueror's haki where it is, and even the mixed level of armament haki, I will say Luffy can compete, not win, compete with an admiral. Not Sakazuki, Akino, whatever you want to call him. No, the Mad Dog is a tier above. Could he go toe to toe currently with Aokiji? Not really a Marine anymore. Maybe he's undercover. Another video. Porcelino, Fujitora, yes, absolutely.
Fujitora
I
would be a good fight. I
Fuji,
think
I
they
think
would be the
Fujitora
most balanced one.
I think he could beat the other two. In all honesty, I think he is comparable to Aokiji and Kizaru.
I don't know about
Because
Kizaru. That Logia fruit is just way OP because that makes
okay,
him
even
the literal
I
speed
think
of light.
yeah, but you got to think Rayleigh was keeping up with him, and Rayleigh doesn't even have a devil fruit that increases his heart rate.
This
and
is
shit.
Rayleigh we're talking about, though.
Doesn't matter. I'm saying the second Luffy. Okay, I'll put it this way: the second Luffy awakens that next level, the next level of armament hockey, like he has his future sight now. There's nothing. Kizaru will do nothing. He won't be able to penetrate his armament hockey. He will not be able to catch him off guard with his observation hockey, speed of light or not. The dude was literally just like telling as he's dodging other people's attacks, like it was nothing. Just being like, "Oh, hey, move to the left. Oh, hey, do this." There's his observation hockey is now, I think, past the level we've seen of advanced individuals. Rayleigh and my boy,
That's fair. I won't say he's above Katakuri, but he's definitely close.
I think it's the way he
Katakuri
used
definitely
it.
brought it out of him.
The way he used it recently in like 940 and 941 or whatever.
That's fair.
I think it's past because Luffy
for an
fluidly
old man
just let
moving around pretty slow, Luffy would have to see pretty far to be able to tell him. And communicated before that happened is wild.
I think he's Admiral level. I'll put it that way. So, first commander of a Yonko, Admiral, Yonko, besides Ben Beckman. I think Ben Beckman's on that Yonko level. Yeah, he's right there. I think at the end of this, he won't be full Yonko level. He will. I already think he's a fucking Yonko, but I think he'll be like in between Admiral and Yonko, and it'll be extremely close. He's
That's
obviously,
reasonable.
yeah, it is. He's obviously not gonna beat Kaido by himself. That's dumb. That if you think that, or if you don't think it, whatever, cool. Your own opinion, but he ain't fucking one shot.
They'll have their own little battle come on, but then there's gonna be a group. Like almost nobody is strong enough to take on Kaido alone. 1-on-1, that's just
I think
unfair
Luffy
to most people.
Manage. He's got to get either Gear 5 or Awakening in this arc.
Yeah.
There's got to be something. Yeah, he's got the new armament hockey, blah, 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 blah. But he ain't fucking this shit's kicking in.
He'll get his armament hockey, and that'll help him a lot in the fight. But
he's got
my personal prediction is it's going to be, in the end, it's going to be Eustace Kid and Luffy, and they're going to tear into Kaido.
So
somehow.
Off of that, Luffy, I think, kind of going back to what we were talking about, I think Luffy is going to be the main driving force behind defeating Kaido, obviously. I think Luffy's going to hit a point where he has kind of bested Kaido to a point. Now,
he's
beat him.
Too nice.
No, I don't know about that. I think he's going to best Kaido. Not beat. Best him for a time. And then whatever is going to run out, kind of like we've seen with the Gear 4. Luffy's going to be done. He's not gonna. I don't think he's gonna get like ass raped by Kaido or anything like that. But at that point, I think Eustace Kid is gonna step in and kill Kaido. I 100% think Kid is gonna kill Kaido.
I completely agree too, because Luffy needs a real rival. We can make an entire other video on this subject alone, but from the beginning, even on Sabaody Archipelago, Eustace Kid has been the only one with a bounty kind of leveling Luffy. Not currently, no.
Kid's bitch ass has been in a fucking prison. And yeah, you can say Blackbeard and stuff, but Blackbeard in a series, I think, is either he's gonna die one way or another. I don't think Luffy will kill him, but I think all the devil fruit type shit is gonna kill him somehow.
Interesting.
My future side going off. Or to pay attention.
But Luffy, he is not a killer. We know that. Even no matter how much he would hate Kaido at this point, he will not kill him. But Kid, he's a fucking asshole.
He's an
He
animal.
will cut Kaido's head off and parade with it. And I think that will set off some reaction in the news in the world where Kid will
Become
get the
level.
notoriety that he needs to become Luffy's true rival.
Quick subject also, since we kind of hit all the emperors. Shanks, sorry, you're my boy, but there's not really much to talk about with you. Maybe in your own video at some point.
Yeah. Hopefully we get more about him at some point soon, but
I think we will.
Oda, hook us up.
Let's go over real fast. We're hitting the timeline. What do you think of the new emperors? The new emperors, because
a new generation. I mean,
new generation. Yeah. Like I said, I think Kaido's dead. Big Mom's dead. You got Blackbeard, Shanks, and Luffy. I think Kid will step up. I think Law's gonna break off from Luffy, separate, maybe step into an Emperor slot, kind of like the Gokao, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Right.
Yonko means four in Japanese, so four emperors. So the Yonko, and I think I think it was like Chibi reviews or something. It was like the Goku is the five, Regardless, I think Katakuri is a good fit unless he decides to not disband the Big Mom Pirates, but kind of align himself with Luffy, which I think is a strong possibility.
Yeah, he has too much respect for Luffy at this point.
I really do. And if he's not dead, strong possibility also.
If Blackbeard doesn't kill him.
Yeah. I think it's a strong possibility that he aligns himself. And so at that point, it would be kind of like Marco with Whitebeard Pirates, the remnants of them. Kid, though, I think after Wano will also be a definitive Yonko. I don't know about the rest of the worst generation. You got Blackbeard, who's considered a worst generation member. Is he? He's old. He's like 45 or some shit. He's like Shanks' age. And he's been on the Whitebeard Pirates for like 20 years. He's also had the goal in mind forever. But yeah, I foresee Luffy, Blackbeard, Kid, maybe Law.
That's not a bad point. Everybody knows the world is changing a lot, and it's all happening so fast within the One Piece universe that it could potentially be very likely that the current Yonko just cannot keep up, and the newcomers will replace them.
And that's obviously generational. Like, your parents, you replace your parents eventually. Your parents get old and you take care of them instead of them taking care of you. It's the same thing. Not that, any of the new generation, the worst generation, is going to take care of Kaido. They're handling her.
And really the only one who could last, if she survives, Charlotte Linlin could carry on. Because, I mean, she's mostly a giant, so she has a long span.
Big Mom annoys the shit out of me. Yeah, if you couldn't tell.
But everything is gonna change. We're gonna meet a pinnacle moment during the Wano Kuni arc, and I really don't think fans are gonna know what happens after that. There are too many options on the table right now.
Yeah.
But these are our thoughts on the current Yonko in the current arc.
Overall. Yeah. For now. Alright, guys. Again, we are Drunk Anime. We'll catch you around.
If you like the video, give us a subscribe,
yeah.
Share it with your friends.
Alright. One Piece community, take it easy.